We see the strength it takes to get screened, facing your fears while still having hope. Getting screened, first step.
Welcome to God You. We train the best and brightest young talent. I'm going to be number one.
That's a superhero story.
What do you get when you inherit your uncle's supervillain empire? Explosions, assassins, spies, who are cats, volcanic players, and foul-mouthed dolphins. This is weird as hell. Starter villain. Listen on Audible.
You came because you wanted to see a race. Let's race! Yeah! Watch her. Gavity's fast. You're one in America.
Reporting from the Capitol, I'm Rachel Scott. Wherever the story is, we'll take you there. You're streaming ABC News Live. It is time to check the pulse. We begin with Queen Bee on the big screen.
Beyonce just wrapped up her wildly popular Renaissance World Tour, and she made a movie about it. The trailer was released last night. It's said to be about Beyonce's hard work and involvement in every aspect of the production.
The Renaissance Tour reportedly raked in some $450 million. The movie hits theaters December 1st. Can't wait.
Yeah, right? And now to the unwanted critters taking over the City of Light.
Yeah, resurgence of bed bugs is underway in Paris, France, and that has officials nervous because the city is hosting the Summer Olympics next year. Bed bugs have been reported at the city's main airport and on its subway system. The city's deputy mayor tweeted, quote, "No one is safe." He's now calling on the prime minister to organize a conference on battling the bed bugs.
Better than rats, yeah?
Next, more history for Simone Biles.
The four-time Olympic gold medalist now has a fifth move bearing her name. Sunday's World Artistic Gymnastics Championships, Biles became the first woman to land this difficult vault. The twisting move will now be named the Biles 2. She finished first after the qualifying session. It was her first competition since the 2020 Olympics. And finally, the Sphere is open for business in Las Vegas.
The massive $2.3 billion entertainment site made its debut Saturday with 2 concerts by U2. Look at this video. The 188,000 square foot venue is being built as the world's largest spherical structure. The arena could fit the entire Statue of Liberty, base to torch, comfortably inside.
Looks incredible. So much fun. I think I'd have a ball if I was there. Top headline.
Look at that side. It wasn't very good at all.
You want to watch something?
Sure. What do you have in mind?
Put it up. Let me take a look.
Oh no, not the mindless scrolling.
It's already 9. It'll be 10 by the time he decides. In bed by midnight after a show. I have work in the morning.
Alexa, show me new releases. You want to try this?
Looks good to me.
What do you get when you inherit your uncle's supervillain empire? Explosions, assassins, spies, who are cats, volcanic players, and foul-mouthed dolphins. This is weird as hell. Starter villain. Listen on Audible.
We can do whatever we want.
Well, no, we really can't.
You're not here to stay. To study you. Like, what the?
if I become my dad?
You're not your dad, Mark. We all know that.
You came because you wanted to see a race. That's great. Yeah. My turn. Damn it, he's fast. He's live.
Checking more top stories now. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is facing a major political challenge after working with Democrats to pass a short-term bill to avert a government shutdown. Republican Matt Gaetz is vowing to call a vote to oust McCarthy, who may need the support of Democrats to survive.
Dianne Feinstein will lie in state in San Francisco Wednesday, the city she served as mayor before moving to the U.S. Senate. Meanwhile, California Governor Gavin Newsom is set to name a former aide to Vice President Kamala Harris as Feinstein's replacement.
Tonight's Powerball jackpot has soared past $1 billion after 32 drawings without a big winner. It's now the 9th largest lottery prize ever. The odds of picking all 6 winning numbers are 1 in nearly 300 million.
Today's weather, dry for the eastern U.S. A new storm, though, brings rain out to the northwest, to the Rockies and northern plains. Severe storms in New Mexico and Texas.
Finally, life has been nothing but a highway for an Australian couple and a few of their furry companions.
Our Danny New has the story.
We're having a really great day here in Mongolia. Not many families take road trips in 6 continents.
Stu wanted to go everywhere.
Want a treat? Come on, sit up.
And they probably also wouldn't have 3 dogs with them.
Good girl.
About 10 years ago, Stu and Janelle Clark of Australia had the audacity to say, hey, we've saved up enough money. Let's just sell everything and see the world.
I think it was a bit of a boozy night where we decided that we were going to do it. We're discussing, I think, sand.
A 2-year plan turned into now a 10-year odyssey, with each of them driving a motorcycle and then the dogs getting harnessed into tents out back.
They like barking at the camels and the donkeys and the chickens.
You ready?
But what Stu and Janelle also did not plan for was expanding the family mid-voyage. You see, all 3 dogs we've been showing you were adopted along the way in Venezuela, Colombia, and Turkey.
How do you decide when a dog is worthy of travel for years?
4 legs and a tail.
All 3, Weedy, Azra, and Shadow, were rescues. 2 of them were even strays that Stu and Janelle first met on the street.
I swear they know that they've been rescued and they really appreciate it.
And while soon Mom and Dad will finally return home to introduce the kids to their homeland and settle down again, they hope others will also consider a little adventure with
Well, that is me.
It's nice to wake up to that. You
Okay.
don't really know what's going to happen.
Thank you to Rob Harris in Denver for telling me about that story. And Stu and Janelle said the number one question that they always get asked is how they afford all this. And they said, when you don't have to pay for airfare, you'd be surprised how much money you save. I get that, right? Andrew Rhiannon, you know the pain, Andrew especially.
Well, I'm surprised they even have the energy for this because the motorcycle is too tired. Right now on America This Morning, the fallout on Capitol Hill after lawmakers avoided a shutdown. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy striking the deal with Democrats, but will it cost him his job? Plus, the Democrat explaining this image after he was accused of pulling a fire alarm at the Capitol in order to delay a vote.
The frantic search in upstate New York. A 9-year-old girl seemingly vanishes while on a bike. The emotional plea from the governor as more than 100 people searched the state park for the girl.
Nightclub tragedy. Multiple people killed in Spain where a fire tore through several nightclubs. A dramatic video as witnesses describe.
Yep, time still at nightclubs.
From the city of light to the city of fight. The bedbug problem in Paris as the city prepares to host the Olympics.
And Taylor Swift stealing the Sunday
From ABC News in New York, this is America This Morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Andrew Difford.
Good morning to you. I'm Maria Antonelli. We begin with a temporary fix to keep the government running.
Congress passed a spending bill to avert a federal shutdown. Now they have 45 more days to come up with a long-term plan. President Biden is urging lawmakers to include new aid for Ukraine, and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's job is on the line.
Now an investigation is underway after a New York Democrat pulled a fire alarm ahead of the 11th hour vote. ABC's Justin Finch has the latest now from Washington. Good morning, Justin.
Rhiannon, good morning. And Speaker Kevin McCarthy and House members are also now bracing for a Republican to kickstart the process of ousting McCarthy as soon as today. The bill is passed on the heels of a bipartisan deal to fund the government until November 17th and narrowly averting a shutdown. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy now facing fire from within his own party. I am relentless, and I will continue to pursue this objective. Florida House Republican Matt Gaetz threatening to introduce a motion that would allow House members to eject McCarthy from the speakership with a majority vote. Gaetz drubbing McCarthy for brokering a deal with Democrats and, quote, not reining in spending. McCarthy says he's determined to keep his gavel. Bring it on, let's get over with it, and let's start governing. After signing off on the short-term spending deal, President Biden slamming Republican leadership.
Well, we'll put it behind there. Yeah, that'll work.
To the Republicans who say Ukraine doesn't matter to us, you're wrong. Respectfully, you're wrong. The war gets bigger, not smaller.
Sunday Night Football was must-watch TV, and not just for sports fans. Taylor Swift blew up social media and caused another fan frenzy for a second Sunday, this time at MetLife Stadium, where she showed up with some celebrity friends to watch the Kansas City Chiefs take on the New York Jets.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Eras Tour continues. Taylor Swift is in the building.
And the league can thank Swifties. Her rumored romance with tight end Travis Kelce has caused NFL ratings and ticket sales to skyrocket. According to StubHub, this Jets game was the second highest selling game of the season after its opener. Monica Ricks, CBS News. Swift and Kelce, by the way, did not leave the game together. And the singer's friends in that luxury box included Sophie Turner, Blake Lively, and Ryan Reynolds. Swift may want to think about masking up next time she steps out of her New York City apartment. Smoke from Canadian wildfires is expected to waft in again today. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
It's the 70th Alabama National Fair, October 6th through the 15th. Opening day, get in for $1 perishable food item for the food bank. All rides, tickets online. See time and skip the line.
It's the best 10 days of fall. The Alabama National Fair.
That is my
About running, jumping, rocking, tackling. I stopped playing at 31. You're listening to Michael Robinson, retired pro fullback. I thought that foot pain was going to be with me for the rest of my life. I'm so glad I'm at Good Feet. I'm so glad those are sports in my shop.
Come see us in Montgomery at 7341 East Chase Parkway or at goodfeet.com.
You know when you wake up and your mouth feels gross and you just can't wait to brush your teeth to get that clean, fresh feeling again? That's exactly how millions of Navage users feel when they use powered suction to rinse out their noses every day, just like brushing their teeth. Once you're able to breathe deeply without congestion, you never want to be without it. That's so many people rave about Navage with over 100,000 online reviews. Feel the Navage difference for yourself. In less than a minute a day, you'll feel immediate relief from seasonal allergies and congestion after the very first use. Navage will also help you sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier, naturally, without drugs. Start breathing clearly again with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
For 65 years, Guardian Credit Union has been your trusted financial partner. And now we're proud to extend that trust further by introducing Guardian Insurance Services. Whether protecting your home, car, or even your business, we've got the coverage that fits your needs. Our team is here to guide you every step of the way with the personalized service you know and love. Call 334-819-7555 for a free quote today. Guardian Insurance Services, building on 65 years of trust, now safeguarding your future.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
This report is sponsored by Window World River Region. Increase home value and decrease energy bills with windows citing their support from your locally owned Window World. All products made in the USA with convenient financing options and the industry's strongest lifetime limited warranty. Search Window World River Region today.
Nothing but sunshine to start off the first full week of October. Temperatures today and tomorrow in the upper 80s with all blue sky. Heading into Wednesday, we'll add a few clouds, but still plenty of sunshine, upper 80s again. A few more clouds Thursday, still dry. We'll call it partly cloudy, upper 80s. Then we'll watch a cold front come through late in the week into the weekend. That will drop temperatures this weekend, but doesn't look like it'll bring much, if any, rainfall.
That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 14.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, this Monday starts out with good news. No major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area from Clinton, Albany, Greenville. No problems on 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. You keep listening, and we will keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Register now for mini-term B classes at Trenton State. Mini-term B will begin October 16th. Trenton State, today's college for tomorrow's world. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic says Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Bethany Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom. A shutdown has been avoided. Congress came together at the 11th hour and agreed to keep the government open for another 45 days. The deal secures additional funding for disaster relief. It strips away deep spending cuts and money for border security and does not include additional funding for Ukraine. Here in Alabama, Pike County and Headland High School currently suspended their football programs after a fight broke out during the team's game Friday night. Pike County announced the suspension on its website, also paused homecoming activities, promising additional announcement this week. Henry County Superintendent says this is standard procedure in their investigation. And an alert system will sound on your cell phone this week. FEMA will conduct a nationwide test of the wireless emergency alert system at 1:20 Wednesday afternoon. This is the second ever test of the alert system on cell phones. I'm Bethany Davis in the WSFA 12 News.
Research shows that successful ad campaigns share 8 characteristics. Radio is the only local media option that delivers all 8 of them. Radio reaches your potential customers close to the point of purchase. It provides local consumer interactions with emotional connections that build trust and credibility for your business. Radio is unskippable and quick. You get your message out in 24 to 48 hours, and radio is very affordable. That's why radio consistently gives you the highest return on investment, and it's also why it should always be your base media line. Research also confirms that marketing campaigns generate even higher returns, starting at a 19% lift when they are on more than one platform. That's why Cumulus offers a variety of effective digital solutions to enhance your base radio buy. At Cumulus, we are your one-stop shop to deliver a coordinated radio and digital campaign that will get your business results. Hi, I'm Sonia Thompson, and it's my job. News Radio 1440. To learn more about how to get started, go to newsradio1440.com and click on
Want to know how to get the same cell coverage for up to half the cost? Well, instead of spending a fortune building and maintaining their own cell phone towers, Consumer Cellular just pays to use the same towers as the largest carriers and passes the savings on to you. Pretty smart, huh? Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
After cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 5 GB data plan with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plan offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com.
Warehouse Furniture by Bishop Parker is having their 100th anniversary sale with major discounts and huge savings store-wide. It's happening now. Save hundreds, save thousands. Only while supplies last.
Come on, man.
Stop in soon for huge discounts like a weathered driftwood finished queen bedroom set for only $7.99. That's a fabulous deal. That dresser and mirror, only $7.99 while supplies last. Stop in today at 3443 McGee Road, Montgomery, or visit BishopParkerWarehouse.com. We'll see you at the warehouse.
Ben here with Just Blinds in Prattville, and we've got the blinds and we've got the shades. At Just Blinds, we've got roller shades, banded shades, honeycomb shades, woven shades, fabric shades, and solar shades. And while we've got all the latest and greatest in shades, don't forget Just Blinds in Prattville is also your trusted source for shutters, draperies, and of course blinds. At Just Blinds, we're more than just blinds. Visit our showroom in Prattville or browse our online showroom by visiting gojustblinds.com.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese or Russians don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not.
Good morning, and good morning once again, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine. Good morning, I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that will change your perspective or at least give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning to you. It is October the 2nd, 2023. Today's scriptural insight comes from Ephesians 2:1 through 10. Ephesians 2:10 says, "We are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works." Let's try to remember that as we partake of our day. Good morning again. And again, it is October the 2nd, 2023. It is a day like all the other days that's never been. And it is also a day that will never, ever be again. It is a once in a lifetime deal. And once it's gone, you don't get it back. You don't get a do-over. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done that you don't. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, October the 2nd, 2023, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you've been around a while, you no doubt have seen, heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, mercy, and charity of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, do whatever you can, while you can, for as long as you can, and reach back and give somebody else, once in a while, a helping hand. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, and no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Or you'll fail at a thing or two, we all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say, give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never, ever give up. My mother said, nothing beats a failure but a try. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. And if you cannot walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Don't ever quit. Don't ever give up, because quitters don't win. And winners may lose every once in a while, but they never quit. And no matter what happens to you this day, remember this. It is a great day to be alive. Good morning to you. The masterpiece within. That is our daily bread for this day, October the 2nd, 2023 AD.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. The reading for today, titled The Masterpiece Within, was written by Kenneth Peterson. Writing in The Atlantic, author Arthur C. Brooks tells of his visit to the National Palace Museum in Taiwan, which contains one of the largest collections of Chinese art in the world. The museum guide asked, "What do you think of when I ask you to imagine a work of art yet to be started?" Brooks said, "An empty canvas, I guess." The guide replied, "Here's another way to view it. The art already exists, and the job of artists is simply to reveal it." In Ephesians 2:10, the word handiwork, sometimes translated as workmanship or masterpiece, is from the Greek word poema, from which we derive our word poetry. God has created us as works of art, living poems. However, our art has become obscured. Ephesians 2, verse 1 reads, "As for you, you were dead in your transgressions and sins." To paraphrase the words of the museum guide, the art of us is already there, and it's the job of the divine artist to reveal it. Indeed, God is restoring us, his masterpieces. God, who is rich in mercy, made us alive. As we go through challenges and difficulties, we might take comfort in knowing that the divine artist is at work. Philippians 2:13 tells us, "It is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill his great purpose." Know that God is working in you to reveal his masterpiece. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Ephesians chapter 2, verses 1 through 10. "As for you, you were dead in your transgressions and sins, in which you used to live when you followed the ways of this world and of the ruler of the kingdom of the air, the Spirit who is now at work in those who are disobedient. All of us also lived among them at one time, gratifying the cravings of our flesh and following its desires and thoughts. Like the rest, we were by nature deserving of wrath. But because of his great love for us, God, who is rich in mercy, made us alive with Christ even when we were dead in transgressions. It is by grace you have been saved. And God raised us up with Christ and seated us with him in the heavenly realms in Christ Jesus, in order that in the coming ages he might show the incomparable riches of his grace, expressed in his kindness to us in Christ Jesus. For it is by grace you have been saved, through faith, and this is not from yourselves. It is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." Let's pray. Creator God, thank you for making each of us your masterpieces and part of this beautiful tapestry of your love to the world. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Wes Ward, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Time to rise and shine. Yeah, it's PT today. Okay, it's Monday. We got to do it. We got to do it. Yeah, just gotta do it. We got to run. Got to get off this weekend's much junk food that I eat. So it's time to run. Right? Somebody get the first sergeant, sergeant major out here, and the mayor. Tell them they need to get out here and get some of this. Get some of this. Run. Okay? Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Here we go. Well, Sergeant Smith, can we knock this out? There we go. There we go. Well, the wake up call first. Rough and tough, airborne, every day we run to the sun. No sweat, not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knee. Down in the mess hall on my knee. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. Come on now. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Let's go. Well, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Come on now. Here we go. All the way. Come on now. Let's get it. Let's get it. Rough and tough. All the way. When I was young, I always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, easing the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. Oh yeah, motivation first thing in the morning. Motivation. This is for my boys down there in Airborne School in Fort Benning, Georgia. Whatever they call it now, but it's Fort Benning as far as I'm concerned. Well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with a glaring blow. Come on now. It's coming. The run. Somebody get the mayor and the first sergeant and sergeant major out here. Tell me to get out here now. Only time I get to tell them something. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Here we go. Stop acting like a leg. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. All right, here comes the running. All right, I don't feel like it, but Sergeant Smith, you called Caden this morning. Let's get with it. Get with it. Oh, there we go. Hard work. Hard. Work. Hard work. That's what they say. Hard work. I earn my pay. Every day. I get up by the 2:45. Oh, and earn my pay. Come on now. I don't work. Hard work. That's what they say. Hard work. I earn my pay. Come on now. Hard work. Let's go to work. Come on. Oh yeah. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Center the road. Come on. Hard work. And every day. Hard work. Oh yeah. Let's get it. Woo! On the airplane in the early morning rain. That's what they say. Hard work, I do it for play. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Sit them on down. Hard work. Woo! Hard work. That's what they say. Hard work, I do it for play. Come on. Woo! Okay. That's enough. Woo! Okay. I can tell it's Monday morning. Woo! That's a way to wake up first thing in the morning. All right then. Now let's play homage to all of our armed forces of these United States of America, because freedom is not free. Somebody's mother, somebody's father, somebody's aunt, somebody's uncle, somebody's son, somebody's husband, somebody's daughter is sitting on the fences around the world saying, not on my watch. And if I have to sacrifice to keep it so, I'm willing to do that too. We should pay homage to all of those young men and women in uniform around the world. That's right, they're doing it for you, because you voted for the folks who sent them there. So let's give some respect to that. The Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard, and that new entity called, well, Space Force. Don't really know what they do. So they're like the stepkids right now. We've got to figure out what they do before we give them a lot of props. Good morning to you. And good morning to my young folks over there out west, out east in Fort Benning, Georgia. I know it's not Fort Benning now, but it'll always be Fort Benning to me. Because somebody right now is saying, I want to be like Sergeant Elkins. I want to set them jump wings on my uniform. And I ain't going to get out of here unless I get them. That's what I'm talking about. Determination, baby. Determination. Join the men of the sky. Not that many of us. Good morning, Taff. Ba-da-da-bum-bum. And again, this is an Air Force town, so we need to give some respect to the United States Air Force. But the Air Force must always remember, without the Army, they didn't exist. I'm just saying, you might want to remember that. And if anybody can see a 141 out on base, please let me know. I'm going to run out there. And I'm going to tell you something. If the Army Knights come here, the airborne, whatever they call them, the Golden Knights, come out here, I'll put a foot up somebody's butt if I don't know something about it. I mean it. I mean that. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm already invited the Marines to a phone booth, but they can't find a phone booth. So, but we'll find one sooner or later. And last but not least, their motto is Semper Fidelis, but they couldn't pronounce that. So they just cut it short, Semper Fi. But whether it's Semper Fidelis or Semper Fi, it all means the same thing. Always, always faithful. Hoorah, Marines, hoorah. And to my Army paratroopers, hoo-ah, hoo-ah. Heard and received. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, I haven't told anybody this, but I have certainly. It's been a fun job. It's been great. I have certainly thought about making this my last year doing this. It's been a great career. Didn't get rich, but I had fun. But anyway, I'm thinking about it. You know, because sooner or later, kind of like Biden, everybody goes. You know. But anyway, I'm still thinking about it, and let somebody convince me to stay in one more year. Anyway, and you know how that can happen, right? Maybe they'll just give me like a great big raise or something like that, a year raise or something. I don't know. It's not about the money though. Well, okay, it's a little bit about the money, but money's like 30%. Okay, I'm just saying. 8-1440 is well, no, don't call us right now because I got to take a break. Then we'll come back with our advice of a third grade teacher. What an interesting man, Dr. Rick Rigsby. You'll love listening to this because it really is inspirational. And if you're having a tough day, if you think you had it tough, trust me, there's always somebody, someplace who has it a little tougher than you. So trust, but believe me on that. There's always somebody. But you know what? Somehow, some way, on hands and knees and asking for the help, somehow you always make it through. Okay, so don't quit when you come against obstacles. You keep going, you keep going, and you keep going. It's not how many times you fall that makes you successful. It's how many times you get up. There lies the strength. We'll be back after this. It's 6:31 in the morning, right here on News Radio 1440. We'll be back.
Thursday, still dry with mostly cloudy, upper 80s. And we'll watch a cold front come through late in the week into the weekend. That would drop temperatures this weekend, but doesn't look like there'll be much, if any, rain.
Personal forecast, I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, this Monday starts out with good news. No major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Auburn, and Greenville. No problems on 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. You keep listening, and we will keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Register now for mini-term B classes at Trenton State. Mini-term B classes begin October 16th. Trenton State, today's college for tomorrow's world. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
It's the end of an era within the League of Legends Championship Series. In the more than decade-long history of League of Legends esports, few teams have had more notoriety than Team Solo Mid. In a move that saddens the majority of North American fans, TSM have sold their franchise spot to Shopify Rebellion for $10 million. Will Shopify Rebellion be able to stack up to the legacy that TSM has left behind?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
At SimpliSafe, we've designed award-winning home security with advanced sensors, HD cameras, and now this 24/7 LifeGuard protection, only from SimpliSafe. Now, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Is the labor shortage wreaking havoc on your cleaning company? Has the increased cost of labor made you second guess using your own staff? You're not alone. At Janie King, the king of clean, we have a solution for you. Whether it's cleaning your office, healthcare facility, school, manufacturing site, or everything in between, let us use our 35 plus years of experience to keep your business clean. Don't wait. Go to JannieKingCleans.com and let Janie King do our job so you can do yours.
Janie King, the king of clean. It's the 70th Alabama National Fair, October 6th through the 15th. Enjoy the rides, circus, shows, and the food. I really enjoy munching my way down the Midway. I can smell it already. Join us for new outdoor shows, stage shows, and more. Alabama National Fair. It's the best 10 days of fall.
Rabies is a viral disease that can infect all mammals, including humans. This is State Public Health Veterinarian Dr. D. Jones. Protect yourself, your family, and your pet, not just by staying away from wild animals that often carry the virus, but also by getting your pets vaccinated. Raccoons and bats are the most common carriers of the rabies virus. Your first reaction may be to approach a strange acting or injured animal, but oftentimes people are bitten or scratched while trying to help these animals. The best approach may be to contact your local animal control officers. If you are bitten or scratched by an animal, you should seek medical attention immediately. Although rabies is 100% fatal, it is also 100% preventable.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remains strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
My job, finances, everything's so crazy. I just want to be in control. With Sam, I can.
SAM is Smart About Money, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Get empowered. Reach your financial goals. Visit samican.org.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And here is our audio piece for this Monday. If you miss it, I'll play it again on Friday if I live, nothing happens.
Left school in the 3rd grade to help out on the family farm, but just because he left school doesn't mean his education stopped. Mark Twain once said, "I've never allowed my schooling to get in the way of my education." My father taught himself how to read, taught himself how to write,
decided in the midst of Jim Crowism, as America was breathing the last gasp of the Civil War, my father decided he was going to stand and be a man. Not a black man, not a brown man, not a white man, but a man. He literally challenged himself to be the best that he could all the days of his life. I want to share something with you. The wisest man I ever met in my life never made it past the 3rd grade, impacted tremendously me and my brother. Growing up right here in Vallejo, this was our family. This academy was our backyard. Going on that training ship and getting lost, sneaking into the pool, going to all the different places for nearly 30 years. This was home. And I want to tell you, I know what it takes to get where you are. And I need you to listen to me very carefully. I have 4 degrees. My brother is a judge. We're not the smartest ones in our family. It's a 3rd grade dropout daddy. A 3rd grade dropout daddy who was quoting Michelangelo when he was a cook at Cal Maritime, saying to us, boys, I won't have a problem if you aim high and miss, but I'm going to have a real issue if you aim low and hit. A country mother quoting Henry Ford, saying if you think you can or if you think you can't, you're right. You see, it takes knowledge and wisdom combined to grow your influence so that you'll make an impact. You'll be a shipmate that others can count on. I learned that from a 3rd grade drop. Simple lessons. Lessons like these. Son, don't judge people. Son, I've worked at Cal Maritime. You know, I've been all over the world. I've seen good and bad in every shade. Don't judge people. The tendency of a person is to walk away from somebody that's different from them. You stay there and you get to know them. Never judge. Then he dropped Jonathan Swift on me, who said vision is the ability to see the invisible. Don't judge. Another lesson from this 3rd grade dropout. Son, you'd rather be an hour early than a minute late. We never knew what time it was at my house because the clocks were always ahead. We were on Cal Maritime. Come on, somebody. Watch this. My father had the breakfast and lunch shift here at the academy. He had to be at work at 5 o'clock. We lived on Louisiana Street, 15 minutes away. My mother said for nearly 30 years, my father left the house at 3:45 in the morning. One day she asked him, why, Daddy? He said, maybe one of my boys will catch me in the act of excellence. I want to share 2 things with you. Aristotle said, you are what you repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence ought to be a habit, not an act. Don't ever forget that. The other thing I want to share with you is Harvard Business Review, September 2004. The article is titled Deep Smarts. Here's the thesis. Lecturing, what our universities are based upon, is the worst kind of teaching method, usually. Present company excluded. That if you want to get the intended message across, model the behavior. My daddy, a 3rd grade dropout, a cook, was modeling excellence for his boys, combining academic knowledge and old school wisdom. That's what makes an impact. An impact as you go all over the world. You're not interested in making a nice impression. You want to make an impact. Lesson number 3, be kind to people. He always told us kind deeds are never lost. I get to do a lot of NFL chapels. You see some amazing things with those National Football League players. You see guys that can bench press 200, 300 pounds 20 times. You see folks that are huge, that can run like a deer. You see folks from a flat-footed position jump 40 inches, 40-inch vertical leap. I even saw a white guy do it once. But the point... You know what stops me in my tracks? When I see one of those rich folks show kindness. It literally stops the world. George Washington Carver said, when common people do common things in uncommon ways, they command the attention of the world. I just described your grandmother. I know you're tough. I know you're seaworthy, but always remember to be kind. Always. Don't ever forget that. Never embarrass mama. Yeah. If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. If daddy ain't happy, don't nobody care. But you know, I'm trying to tell you. Next lesson. Lesson from a cook over there in the galley. Son, make sure your servant's towel is bigger than your ego. I want to remind you, cadets, of something as you graduate. Ego is the anesthesia that deadens the pain of stupidity. Y'all might have a relative in mind you want to send that to. Let me say it again. Ego is the anesthesia that deadens the pain of stupidity. Pride is the burden of a foolish person. You'll never be a great shipmate. You'll never be a great executive. You'll never be a great teammate if it's all about you. You'll never be a great supervisor or council person if it's all about you. You'll never be a great staff member if it's all about you. Rather, make sure that servant's towel is always big. On President Cropper's bookshelf, in his bookshelf, he has every book from Plato's Republic to Lessons in Leadership by Coach Wooden. John Wooden coached basketball at UCLA for a living, but his calling was to impact people. And with all those national championships, guess what he was found doing in the middle of the week? Going into the cupboard, grabbing a broom, and sweeping his own gym floor. You want to make an impact? Find your broom. Every day of your life, you find your broom. You grow your influence that way. That way you're attracting people so that you can impact them. Final lesson. Son, if you're going to do a job, do it right. I don't have to tell you all that, Cal Maritime, and I know grammatically that's not correct. It ought to be do it well, but I like that old school ghetto kind of do it the right way. I'm thinking about a little boy in Los Angeles. All he wants to do is play Little League Baseball. His mother can't even afford to buy him a glove. And he eventually plays Little League, and he's really good. And he's so good he gets a scholarship to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. And he's so good he gets drafted by the San Diego Padres. And he's so good he helps the St. Louis Cardinals win a World Series. And 12 years ago, when Ozzie Smith walked into the Hall of Fame, he said during his induction speech, and in part I quote word for word, he said, I've always been told how average I can be. Always been criticized about being average. But I want to tell you something. I stand here before you, before all of these people, not listening to those words, but telling myself every single day to shoot for the stars, to be the best that I can be. Good enough isn't good enough if it can be better. And better isn't good enough if it can be best. That's the California Maritime way. Good enough isn't good enough if it can be better. Better isn't good enough if it can be best. Let me close with a very personal story that I think will bring all this into focus. Wisdom will come to you in the unlikeliest of sources, a lot of times through failure. When you hit rock bottom, remember this. While you're struggling, rock bottom can also be a great foundation on which to build and on which to grow. I'm not worried that you'll be successful. I'm worried that you won't fail from time to time. The person that gets up off the canvas and keeps growing, that's the person that will continue to grow their influence. Back in the 70s, to help me make this point, let me introduce you to someone. I met the finest woman I'd ever met in my life. Back in my day, we'd have called her a brick house. I was going to that great academic institution in the north, Chico State. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Probably studying really hard. Let me just put it to you like this. I haven't always been a preacher, if you understand what I'm saying. This woman was the finest woman I'd ever seen in my life. There's just one little problem. Back then, ladies didn't like big old linemen. The blind side hadn't come out yet. They like quarterbacks and running backs. Any former quarterbacks or running backs here, raise your hands. Why, a couple of you? Punks. Anyway, so we're at this dance, and I find out her name is Trina Williams from Lompoc, California. And we were all dancing, and we're just excited. And I decided in the middle of dancing with her that I would ask her for her phone number. Trina was the first one. Trina was the only woman in college who gave me her real telephone number. The next day, we walked to Baskin & Robbins ice cream parlor. My friends couldn't believe it. This has been 40 years ago, and my friends still can't believe it. We go on a second date, and a third date, and a fourth date. We We drive from Chico to Vallejo so that she can meet my parents. My father meets her. My daddy, my hero, he meets her, pulls me to the side and says, "Is she psycho?" But anyway, we go together for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. By now, Trina's a senior in college. I'm still a freshman, but I'm working some things out. I'm so glad I graduated in 4 terms. Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan. So now it's time to propose. So I talked to her girlfriends, and it's California. It's in the 70s, so it has to be outside. Have to have a candle, and have to have, some chocolate. Listen, I'm from the hood. I had a bottle of Boone's Farm wine. That's what I had. She said yes. That was the key. I married the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen in my life. Y'all ever been to a wedding, and even before the wedding starts, you hear this? How in the world? And it was coming from my side of the family. We get married, we have a few children, our lives are great. One day, Trina finds a lump in her left breast. Breast cancer. 6 years after that diagnosis, me and my 2 little boys walked up to Mommy's casket. And for 2 years, my heart didn't beat. If it wasn't for my faith in God, I wouldn't be standing here today. If it wasn't for those 2 little boys, there would have been no reason for which to go on. I was completely lost. That was rock bottom. What sustained me? The wisdom of a 3rd grade dropout. The wisdom of a simple cook from California Maritime Academy. We're at the casket in College Station, Texas. I'd never seen my dad cry. Big, strong man. There are several alumni that remember Riggs that are here. We've been sharing stories all weekend. But this time I saw my dad cry. That was his daughter. Trina was his daughter, not his daughter-in-law. And I'm right behind my father, about to see her for the last time on this earth. And my father shared 3 words with me that changed my life right there at the casket. It would be the last lesson he would ever teach me. He said, "Son, just stand." President Cropper, Captain Bolton, Rear Admiral DeQuatra, I don't think there's anything more profound that I can share with these cadets than these words. You keep standing. You keep standing, no matter how rough the sea, you keep standing. And I'm not talking about just water. You keep standing. No matter what, you don't give up. I learned that lesson from a 3rd grade dropout who was a cook at Cal Maritime, who said, "Boy, you keep standing, no matter what." I stood, and a miracle took place. A couple of years later, my heart started to beat again. I'm talking in a group about like this when all of a sudden I spot the finest woman I've ever met in my life again. First thing Janet did after we got married was she adopted those little boys, fulfilling Trina's last wish that her babies not go through life without a mommy. And then we decided to do something really bright. We thought 16, 17 years ago, and that was have more children. It's worked out lovely. And I'm honored to tell you that we had more boys. I have 4 boys from 34 years old all the way down to my daddy's youngest grandson, who's here with me this weekend, Joshua Rigsby, sitting on the front row right there. I close with this, and this will make the point more salient than any of my previous words. Let me take you back to 2 days before Trina died. No hair because of chemotherapy, cadets. A tummy pooched out because of a liver no longer working. She weighed about 75 pounds. I'm in the kitchen so I can keep an eye on her in the family room. She's surrounded by pillows. Our then youngest son, Andrew, walks up with a shirt that he wants mommy to fold. And this is what I hear from Trina. "Andrew, Mama, not always gonna be there to help you." She was saying goodbye. And I was so moved, I waited for Andrew to leave, and I walked over and I sat next to her on the couch. And as clearly as I'm talking to you today, these were some of her last words to me. She looked me in the eye and she said, "It doesn't matter to me any longer how long I live. What matters to me most is how I live." Cadets, I've come here with honor, with bells on, to ask y'all one question, a question that I was asked all my life by a third grade dropout. How you living? How you living? Every day ask yourself that question, how you living? Here's what a cook in the dining center would suggest you to live this way. That you would not judge, that you would show up early, that you'd be kind, that you'd make sure that that servant's towel is huge and used, that if you're going to do something, you do it the right way. That cook would tell you this, that it's never wrong to do the right thing, that how you do anything is how you do everything. And in that way, you will grow your influence to make an impact. In that way, you will honor all those who have gone before you, who have invested in you, from teachers to grandparents to mom and dad. And when you combine that academic knowledge with that wisdom, oh my goodness, you will change the world. So to the class of 2017, it is with great honor that I say all your life, look in those unlikeliest places for wisdom. Enhance your life every day by seeking that wisdom and asking yourself every night, how am I living? May God richly bless y'all. Thank you.
How are you living? What a question we should ask ourselves. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins. It is 6:54 in the morning. We don't have a whole lot in an hour, but to at least get you the, Celine Dion has actually got a disease called the stiff person disease. I'll tell you about that in a little while later. Anyway, good morning to you. Lessons of life in the word of the day. That's about all the time I got for this hour. We'll get to the other part of it later on. The word of the day means to turn something into something of greater value, such as an education, turning it to a greater value for what, because you have it. And the word is called Parlay, which is pronounced parlay, which means to turn something into something of greater value. In other words, you take that education that you paid $100,000 for, and hopefully over your life you'll make a million. I'm not sure. I don't know. But you can. Or you can take the candy bar that you paid $1 for, sell it to somebody else for $2. Whatever. But anyway, so you parlayed it into something of greater value. 6:55. Now, the lessons of life is an interesting one this morning because we all sometimes forget this. I think we all do it at certain times. It says you can hide things from others. You can do that all day long. But the one person you can't hide things from is yourself. Therefore, you are the first person that you need to be honest with. So evaluate things, be honest with yourself, be honest with others, because you'll never be honest with others if you're not honest with yourself. So you can hide things from others, but you will never be able to hide things from yourself. Therefore, you are the first person you need to be honest with. And if you can do that, then you can be honest with others. Okay? It is, it is October the 2nd. It is the 275th day of this year. Speaking of 275th, I want to say good morning to all my fellow folks up there in Fort Lewis. Today is the birthday of the 2nd 75th Ranger Battalion, which I gladly am a former alumnus of. And good morning, guys up there. Taff and all you guys up there. Have a great celebration today. Probably out there in Steilacoom or somewhere like that, out there near Fort Lewis, someplace. On this day in 1967, Thurgood Marshall was sworn in as an Associate Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court as the court opened its new term. In 1919, on this day, President Woodrow Wilson suffered a serious stroke at the White House that left him paralyzed on the left side. In 1941, during World War II, German armies launched an all-out drive against Moscow. Soviet forces succeeded in holding onto their capital. We'll get to some of that a little later on, but right now we must go to a break. Okay. Well, gotta make money, right? All right. Anyway, so good morning to all of you. I feel great this morning. You should greet this day with more enthusiasm than you've ever greeted any other day, because this day, like all the days of old, was never promised. Somebody left last night, went to sleep, and didn't get up this morning. It was you. That's a wake-up call. Be thankful for that. We'll be back in a little bit.
Alabama, Pike County, and Headland High School. Football program.
It's football. You're gonna have a fight every once in a while. That's not a big deal. No, they wasn't crazy about it. It's football. You're gonna have a fight every once in a while. That's fine.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Then again in Hollywood, where striking actors will return to the bargaining table. The end of the writers' lockout paves the way for some familiar faces. Late night talk shows, including CBS's Late Show with Stephen Colbert, will be back tonight. Entertainment tonight, Kevin Frazier. Writers came to an agreement with big studios and streaming services over pay, residuals, and AI. Former President Trump says he'll be in court in New York for the start of a high-stakes trial against his business organization. Today, the trial will be a civil case brought by the American Attorney General to secure prosecution. He accused Trump of some with Democratic support. The speaker tells CBS has faced the nation. So deal, bring it on, let's get over with it, and let's start cutting. President Biden has criticized Republicans for dropping Ukraine aid from the final package. Correspondent Remy Inocencio reports.
The feeling from here in Ukraine is that the government and its people have to wait and have to hope for more American aid. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine says that it does recognize Washington's internal political discussions, but it's actively working for a breakthrough.
A couple of COVID vaccine pioneers have won the Nobel Prize for Medicine today. Lee Weissman at the University of Pennsylvania and Carolyn Calico, the daughter of a butcher from Hungary who became an mRNA specialist, identified a chemical tweak that laid the foundation for COVID shots. That's the
those hot new phones? Apple says it's working on a system update after owners have complained the new iPhone 15 is at times too hot to handle. CBS News.
You need to hire? Indeed is with you every step of the way, helping you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Embarrassed by ugly yellow toe fungus. What do a toe fungus is? It's embarrassing. Top off, I hid my yellow and friendly toe from everybody. Introducing Crystal Flush. Crystal Flush is the only FDA-registered 2-in-1 treatment that attacks your toe fungus from both the inside and out.
Mexico's economy is getting a boost. More companies are doing it over Asia. It's good to upload podcast revenue multi-media conferences. Usually, basically, manufacturing goods closer to their final destination to the guaranteed supply chain. Mexican officials said they received from 60 proposals in 2023. Most noteworthy being a $5 billion investment from Tesla confirmed earlier this year. Adrian Barr, CBS News, Mexico City. Simone Biles has made history. 26-year-old domestic the first woman to land a Chamber double black ball at the international competition. Belgium. Paris Kitty in the domestic women. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Okay, we're back. Hey, I got to finish my today and this before we get into anything heavy here. I got to finish this, okay? I got to Woodrow Wilson, right? And I got to I got the Moscow thing. Okay, 1944 on this day, German troops crushed the 2-month-old Warsaw uprising, during which a quarter of a million people had been killed. The year was 1950. The comic strip Peanuts, created by Charles M. Schulz, was syndicated in 7 newspapers. Needless to say, he certainly overcame that in a little while. And paper in America. 1970, one of 2 chartered Tonnage airplanes from Wichita State University football team to Utah crashed into the mountain near Silver Plum, Colorado, killing 31 of the 40 people on board. In 1971, believe it or not, that's when the great TV program, one of the few black programs on television, actually came about. Thing made its debut on national syndication. Love that show. Love that show. 1984, Richard W. Miller became the first FBI agent to be arrested and charged with espionage. Miller was tried 3 times. He was sentenced to 50 years in prison, but was released after 9 years. 1985, actor Rock Hudson died at his home in Beverly Hills, California, after battling AIDS. 2002, Washington, D.C. area sniper attacks began, setting off a frantic manhunt lasting for 3 weeks. They actually got Montgomery and some of that, John Allen Muhammad and Lee Boyd Malvo, who came to this town, and actually the person they killed, a friend of mine. And wounding 3 others. Muhammad was executed in 2009, and Malvo, youngster at the time, 17 years old, was sentenced to life in prison. In 2005, a tour boat of Ethan Allen capsized in New York's Lake George, killing 20 elderly passengers. Playwright August Wilson died in Seattle at age 60. Actor comedian Nipsey Russell died in New York at the age of 2005 at 87 years old. In 2013, a jury in Los Angeles cleared country promoter of negligence, rejecting a lawsuit brought by Michael Jackson's mother, claiming AEG Live had been negligent in hiring Conrad Murray, the doctor who killed the pop star with an overdose of hospital anesthetic. Okay then. 2017, rock star Tom Petty died in Los Angeles hospital at the age of 66. Never heard him until Montiel got here. A day after suffering a cardiac arrest in his home in Malibu, California. It was 14 years ago, the International Olympic Committee, meeting in Copenhagen, chose Rio de Janeiro to be the site of the 2016 Summer Olympics. Chicago was eliminated from the round, despite last minute in-person appeal by President Barack Obama, a man, they shoot everybody if they get the hell out of there. A man accused of stalking ESPN reporter Aaron Andrews, who videotaping her inside a hotel room, was arrested at Chicago's O'Hare Airport. Michael David Barrett later pleaded guilty to interstate stalking and was sentenced to 2.5 years in federal prison. It was 9 years ago that President Barack Hussein Obama acknowledged his pivotal role in the midterm political campaign, arguing in a speech at Northwestern University that the November congressional elections were a referendum on his economic policies, and blaming Republicans for blocking efforts to boost wages and create more jobs. Hong Kong's embattled lead, the chief executive of Long Ying, refused the demands by pro-democracy protesters to step down. And 5 years ago, the President Donald Trump ignited a crowd at a campaign rally in Mississippi by mocking Christine Blasey Ford over her claim he had been sexually assaulted by Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh decades ago. Yeah, women ought not have the ability to come mess with their life 30 years later. I'm just and all they got is a word. Now, now there's a video that I'm with you. But he did it. And And how can you think we didn't do it? I mean, seriously, how do you think you didn't do something when you didn't do it? Okay, I mean, I just, is this an answer or not? Anyway, it is International Day of Nonviolence today. Okay, International Day. We're going to try to go through the whole thing. You're welcome. Here's one, Guardian Angels Day. Today we feel appreciation for our guardian angels, the protection they give us. Okay, New Guinea Independence Day. I don't know why that's there, but it's there. National Child Health Day today. National Custodian Day. Now there are a lot of businesses, okay, a lot of schools will be a whole lot worse off with germs and stuff like that. Has it not been for custodians? So while we sometimes overlook the importance of these guys, they are very, very important and make them proud and appreciative of what they do. The custodians are our first line of defense and the war on germs, not often thanked enough. National Fried Scallops Day. I really don't know what a scallop is, but I think it's a potato. Look at the potato, I think it is. All right, if your name happens to be Michelle, then today we celebrate you, Michelle. All the Michelles in the world we celebrate, okay? Michelle is a feminine, elegant name with spiritual meaning, derived from Hebrew Michael. So Michelle. You know, and it is national. Now this one, I'm telling you this word. National Name Your Car Day. Everybody should name their car. Okay? Give your car. If you name your dog, you should name your car. Your dog doesn't take you anyplace but your car. Yeah. So give your car a name. Okay? I mean, not a crazy name, because I don't want you to insult the car. The name for the red Corvette or whatever you drive, whatever. You know, and your car will even run better. Because now it belongs to the family. Now it understands that they're part of the family and they'll start acting better. Okay? Let's go this way. So I get it. Okay. So name your car. Okay, give the car name. Okay. Now I've got to name the car, the next car that I get. Okay. Got to name. Okay. JB has left the building. So JB is gone. That's right. Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean is gone. I miss him too already. I just miss him already. National Report Long-Term Acute Care Hospital and Fraud Day. Okay. World Architecture Day. I don't know why we want to do that, but okay. World Farm Animals Day. Okay. Well, I only know one farm animal, and that's chicken. Okay. And a cow. I don't know. And a pig. Chicken, cow, and a pig. Okay. Those animals I know. I think I wouldn't want to be a chicken because you're a bird that can't fly. Yeah. And what good is wings if you cannot fly? But chicken does have the shall we say, chicken has the one unique quality in the realm of commerce. It is the only animal that you can take one part of them, break them, and make them into two and sell them. So you can take one wing, break the wing, fry them up, and sell them as two wings. Okay, I mean, it's the only thing I know in the animal kingdom that we get two of that's really one. Okay, really one. Okay, I'm just saying. You might want to. So the next time you buy 10 wings, you're really getting 5. Okay. I mean, I'm just telling you, you're getting 5. You're not getting 6. You're getting 5. All we did was take what lamb, break it in half, and now, so no wonder people like selling wings, because you can make a lot of money on wings. Okay, I'm just telling you, you might want to think about that. Now, tomorrow, there's an election in the city of Montgomery. I know the people haven't been, okay, I ain't gonna lie. They have advertised in a couple of places. They haven't come over here because I'm not a Democrat and I do not, the guest, I was supposed to have a guest. Just to be fair, Leah Bell did what's going to come, but I had a guest today, and my guest is not here, so that's not our fault. But you know, weeks ago they had an election, and these guys just want to come out the last day, the day before the election. Come on, man. You know, I mean, do you really think you're smart or dummy? Anyway, it's tomorrow's election. Well, the election was District 4. Franetta Riley, who I don't know who she is either. I don't know why they think they just skip a brother around here. I just talk about him anyway. I will tell you what I don't know, or tell you what I do know. And I don't know really much about either one of these people. I don't know anything about either one of them. They haven't been advertising. They haven't 6 weeks of no campaigning. In the last couple of days, we went to campaign. They're taking you guys for granted. Okay, seriously. They haven't been out. They've had 6 weeks to come on any radio show they wanted to come to talk about their platform, their principles, their policy concerns. I mean, 6 weeks they've had the time to do that. And now they're going to try to put it all in one day. I have not heard from either one of them. Okay. And one of them, I didn't know you existed. Well, okay. I've been on the radio for 32 years. Now, everybody that's anybody that knows I exist. Okay. And if you don't know I exist, then do you even know what goes on at the city council? Yeah, I'm just saying. That's me. Does it really make a difference which one of these people put in District 4? Probably not. I mean, probably not. If they didn't know I existed, the most talented, the most prolific, the smartest guy on radio, the most politically astute talk show host in town, and they didn't know. Listen, in the Army we call that Bravo Sierra. Okay, you know I exist. Just for the fact that I talk about Democrats, man. Okay? So I didn't know idea of that. Seriously, it's 6 weeks have gone by since the last election, and you guys haven't took the opportunity to come on any place except over there on one side of town. I don't think I don't need to take neither one of you. But black folks over there in District 4, Lionel, Audrey Graham, these are Republicans. Is that the only intellectually dishonest thing that people can do around here in order to win an election is to be dishonest? Probably so. Probably so. Probably so. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number here. Now, I'll refresh your memory on who won the last election when I take this call for a second. Good morning. Good fun. Yeah, well, that's good. We don't know. Yeah, they be on there all the time. Yeah. Which one? Again, though, you don't have to be a Republican or a Democrat to run in the city election. But black folks manipulate other black folks on Audrey Graham, and she's a Republican. Well, they know black folks, black folks who vote. Some of them aren't that smart. They think the party thing really matters, and so yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. So they're gonna get rid of somebody who's actually trying, but because she didn't think the way the mayor thinks all the time, well, okay, well, I guess all you gotta do is say I'm a Democrat. That's it. You get elected. So. Yeah, I guess I don't know. All right, if it does come out 24 karat gold, that's a pretty expensive. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning, Ed. I'm doing fine. Okay, we know exactly what it is. Yeah. not my. Not my place to judge people about what's in their heart. I don't know. And I don't think you. I don't think you know either. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think God knows. Wait a minute, is it important that God knows or you know? Yeah. So God knows where I stand. We're good. Yeah, you know, yeah, he knows. Yeah, yeah. And that's the only entity that needs to know. Well, again, okay. Listen, as as usual, the only person that needs to know that is God Himself. Who else needs to know? Because nobody else can do anything about it one way or the other. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people say. It just doesn't matter. My relationship with God is my relationship with nobody else. Well, that's the truth, and that's where it goes. So anyway, as always, I appreciate you calling, gave me more than 3 minutes. So let me put you right. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning, Steve. I'm just saying it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Mhm. 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 Which is one of the reasons why he lost. Which is one of the reasons why he lost. So, I mean, yeah. Right. Hmm. And which one was that? Sure. Okay. Oh, that's a woman. I didn't know that was even a woman. Yeah, no, Kalia, but that's a woman's name. But Fernetta, I don't know what that is or who that is. Yeah. Okay. And I think she's scared of me too. But they are. Yeah. They're scared. Yeah. Okay. Right. But what irks me, here's what irks me, is that the only place, it's kind of like I tell my Republican friends, if the only time you want to see me is at a fundraiser or invite me up to the club, you know I come up there, you need to come down here and see me, us. Not from my river. And the Democrats do the same thing. Well, hell, if you don't think anything, then they can't come over and have a conversation with a relative who thinks differently. So the Republicans and the Democrats do that. Yeah, right. And yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. What does that concern you? Yeah. Hmm. Well, but yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Or wait a minute, or you and I better shine our boots up. Yeah, yeah, we said it is. But you know, if you believe the current political environment in the military has got nothing to do with our situation, then sadly, I think you're mistaken. Listen, you got people coming in the military as guys. Are we paying? I'm just sorry to make it. We paying to make them girls. We pay, I'm sorry. That has some. Okay. The military is a right, but the military is a masculine organization. They want to take. Listen, I, I, yeah, no, we didn't promote it. We didn't make girls out of men. Men out of girls. Yeah, right, right. Well, he ready to go. Right. But the political environment in the military right now, this DEI stuff, that we got to, and we better start sending men, hopefully. Yeah, and since in the last 5 years, it's changed. And that's why yeah. Well, again, hey, you gotta take a break, but I hear you. I hear you. The military was never meant to be a political arm of our government. It's there for only one reason, and that is to protect this country. If you confused about what the hell you are, you're a guy, you want to be a girl, something, that's fine. But we don't need to put them in a thing because they're confused about their sexuality. We don't even need to know your sexuality. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. The Chinese are laughing at us right now. We do that.
And it should. The fact they had taken the time to write and deliver a heartfelt note sure made my little text message. And I hope I can make someone more cool.
And in a world where politicians want to stay in office forever, we have a local one that's calling it a day, calling it a day. Um, the matter of fact, it's the district down here. Yeah, Rhonda Walker is going to not run for re-election in the county commission. Maybe I'll run. Yeah, maybe I'll take that job. Yeah, we'll see. Nah, county commission is good. 860-1440 number you want to get called. Good morning. Thanks for holding. Yes. Good morning. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Good, good. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they never filed it.
Oh, well, they own us. It's the United States of China right now. Uh, mm, mm, mm. So how long you staying? It's an hour. No, something to yes. All right. Appreciate it. It is 7:41 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. I'm doing fine. So go ahead, stick it to me. Go. Walmart. You saw me at Walmart? Well, why would I go to Walmart? Oh, did they win? Okay. Well, hey, a win is a win. Well, I didn't know they won. I was watching Notre Dame. But I mean, from South Bend, Indiana. I'm gonna go to there. I'm gonna get me a hat. Well, I mean, it depends on what part of the neighborhood you're from. Yeah. I'm gonna go to buy me at least a hat. Yeah, I could do that. What? What? Yeah, yeah. Wait a minute. Now that's Alabama State law. So you could be talking the radio line on the people. Come on, man. Don't lie on them. Oh, I don't know. I'll find out. Somebody take me some of that last time. But Notre Dame won. Alabama won. Yeah. Because now I did see that. I did see that, but you know what? During the court, but that was politics, so he could do that. No. Now most people don't know he did it. They don't know what he's talking about. Yeah. Let me take the last question. Well, I think it is. I think January 6th, and people had a right to be upset. Yeah. Okay, stop this. Well, he was trying to stop this. Wait a minute. He was trying to stop the steal. Okay? That's what the Democrat. Yeah, he was trying to stop the steal. Okay. Yeah. I have no sorrow for the military don't get paid, so what? Okay. Because they'll get paid sooner or later. That's the biggest lie ever told. And we used to get paid in cash back in the day when I joined. And I got to tell you something. There were some days that, what? What? We used to get paid in cash. Because you was Air Force, and they didn't know what money was. We used to get paid in cash. I used to stand in line, sign for my money. Okay, that's right. And the guy here with me here to say the same thing. Yeah. What's that? Now that was his father. Yeah, yeah. What do you have? Do you think people? Do you got something against? You got something against cooks? People who think people are cook are lesser intelligent than anybody else? I'm just saying. You always bring it up. Are you intimidated by my ability to do more than carry a rifle? I don't care. Listen, it's been 40 years since I have picked up something to cook. Yeah, I love it. That's a fit. No, what the hell is that? Yeah. Well, listen, I gotta take a break. I know what goodbye means. See you later. We'll be back right after this. I got paid in cash private in one. Yeah. No, it was in I think it was an AIT or something. Yeah, they printed it. Yeah, that's it, right on. This is my declaration. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. My car. You go. You go. Yes, sir. Oh, my bad. You go. Water. I brought me a bottle of water. I didn't. Your name came up Friday, uh, and I don't know if you talked about that one. I don't really know. But what's your name? What's his name? Cody. With the yeah, yeah. But he made all kind of allegations. Well, he hired, understand that he was trying to do free. His family did fundraising, and so the hired a lawyer on him to reduce the cost of him. So he looked for what he thought was errors
ordinarily we've had high usually because we didn't like his food. So now that's reason to give them trouble. And I'm okay with that. We can go in this way. I don't think you do. I think the jury's got mad at it because, well, because he had a bad attitude. He was not about that. You pay him, but they also these things that you get ability things. Yeah. So there's a one.
But if somebody asks you a question about it, I don't want to mess it with. Yeah, I actually have a little bit of that. And we are back. Good morning, everybody. And my guest then, Mr. Mickey McDermott, attorney at law. He's more patient than I am when it comes to answering dumb questions. He's been answering mine for some years. But we are brothers of the silk, baby. So we willing to put up with each other. Well, actually, anyway, Mickey, come on. First of all, unfortunately, I don't think this all the awful things. You know the time. We heard it. Second, basic things, I think to this day, I said, here, we have Fort Mickey. Now, Fort Moore. So it was kind of a tradition in the Army. Yeah. It's one of those ties that binds into troops years ago. Yeah. But I actually just one for a while called paid master. Yeah. That's right. So the you get paid, you were in the field. The money wouldn't be able to get out there. Yeah. But that's the story. I actually kind of wanted to bring your audience up to speed on really amazing federal ruling. Following from the Tree of Liberty here, three-judge federal panel ruled this past week that in Alabama, because Alabama legislature arrested Michigan just yet, we live on the road, but well, now if a law enforcement officer approaches you, you are not in a car, and you are not subject to arrest, you are not the station not supposed to be. They don't have probable cause for the man you show up in the There is a case just ruled against the police officers, and they are being sued. They will not have immunity. The federal judge said they will not have immunity for arresting themselves. The fellow was outside of a church on Sunday morning repairing a car for a friend. And when he was not drunk, the police officer said, and they said, show us your ID. Yeah. And police officers are trained, especially here in Alabama, that if you are operating vehicles, being under the implied you have to show your driver's license. And they just kind of led that over into all actions. The federal court said no. But isn't it reasonable to ask? Isn't that a reasonable question? Reasonable question. All it is one thing you do. And I think that's going to lead to a lot more complications. I highly recommend but in certain circumstances, sometimes we have to stand our ground and say, look, I mean, I think that when it's communicated, and come out and walk away. It doesn't mean high intention and that's right. Right. And it's a problem. You can't give a probable cause if you want to do it. It's not probable cause. Yeah. It's going to what do you think of it? I think it's a bad practice
not cooperate with this. The old you turn around, walk away. I think that leads to Toby Smith. I think that leads to people being pursued, arrested. I think it leads to that. But I'm just saying, as a letter of the law, as it is, as the smallest group, we have a very compelling argument not to walk under certain circumstances. And I understand that you're in a certain place. For that, the football team, we're and you're so much Georgia. I think you're really pushing it to say, I don't have to be united because they can say those circumstances rose to. I think you need to be very cautious to not use your confidence. But it's going to also say, oh, nobody, I'm going to roll it down the street today. What's going on? But you know, I recognize look, I'll play on my phone and talk to my cell phone and keep my windows rolled up and the air conditioning on. Unless that 911 dispatch is in someplace, you gotta look for it. That's very scary. If we want proactive policing, not reactive policing. But that's the question I think.
Good morning, who's this? Morning.
Let me ask you, what? Okay, we're not allowed to question you. I'm sorry. The good point about talk radio is I get to talk too.
Yeah.
And I will say that I represented the Senate, and I represent the Senate all day long. Well, let them get it put out. You read your 3 minutes. Let me have a couple minutes.
Okay. But let him. But he was doing his job. I mean, let him. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, again, and that's why they have two sides to the courtroom. Somebody wins, somebody loses. So that's the way the system is. I appreciate it. Appreciate your call, but you have opportunity to answer some
I'll be very brief. I understand the anger. That's fine. And people fuss at me all the time about having represented me. But just remember, whenever you get in trouble in this world legally, and you don't like police officers, you don't like lawyers, your son gets arrested, you get in a divorce, you get a traffic ticket. You don't like lawyers? Oh,
we'll be back. Oh, bummer.
Good.
Okay. I think there's a message in there somewhere.
This guy from New Jersey, from Powell, looking at that man, the guy that couldn't follow him, he got big problems. I think they're going to come after him.
We won't serve the same kind of, we won't get the same kind of hassle if somebody Republican they do.
Yes, the progress was box out in New York with consult for live was a one of the city systems. When it was struck on the state attorney general, like the governor now the business, summer recess to the one who returned today. Correspondent Jack Washington consider what news for people under restraining orders for domestic use. Consider case for all sponsors both and Republicans should also striking actors returned to the bargaining table for the first time since their walkout in July. Less than a week after writers ended their walkout in Studio 3. Union leaders held the WGA agreement for size and restrictions of use of women and construction return to the have an outstanding student body and kingdom culture revealing that millions of Americans for 3 years
Notre Dame.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I used to tell people I've been in Notre Dame a bunch of times. Walk by it every morning going to high school. Every morning, go by Notre Dame. How long did you drive up there?
It's an hour and 15 minutes to come here. 100 going to Grant Street, and that's another 100 plus. Yeah, it's really not that far because if you go to Birmingham and you go through the tip of Georgia for 20 miles, and you're in Tennessee.
Oh,
Chattanooga.
yeah, you live in Rome. Okay, I used to live in Chattanooga.
It's really grown.
Yeah,
Very good. My oldest one came back, got on that I-65 parking lot for 2 hours. Why that road is not flowing? Okay.
I'd rather go up 65 than 85 anyway. I don't know why 85.
I gotta tell you, when you get over the line, it's nasty. You just can't.
That's my makeup nowadays.
Oh, the door.
Yeah, I'm not gonna win. Yeah.
Yeah, we already see you.
I was gonna get you. I was really done holiday that we got.
Because we did a fall festival. Sure. Because it's the home. Right? And you go to a church and you hop. Okay? You come there across the Baptist East. Not the full subdivision.
Okay.
Really non-denominational, kind of church. That's really serious. So, but we got people who want to come to us. Oh, that's crazy. No, not crazy.
Oh, it's paid.
Yeah, but we're not worried about it's okay. Hot dog. We got people in church. Oh, that's crazy. I'm not. Okay. But we use it. I use it as a hot dog. It's so cute. I mean, you hear it on the radio. When I hear names on the radio, I know they want to go. Oh, they're going and they're not going.
Yeah. So how you feeling after your bout with the stuff? Yeah.
This is my 2-year anniversary. Getting out of the nursery. That's a good thing. I hate the movie. I had the food stuff. Well, food was horrible. Service was horrible. It was always too high. The day I was still in a wheelchair when they brought me home. I was still in when I had to walk and use the toilet.
And so since the government got in bed with the people who were drinking and learning, there's nothing anybody can do.
They made all of this meaningful. You know, like Camp Regime was the meaning for 35 years. Yeah. We think one day they're going to come back and get a shut down.
And we are back. Our numbers are 860-1440 is the number here. You want to give us a call, let me talk to you, whatever on your mind. Our guest, Mickey McDermott, attorney at the wall. Let me turn that off. Good morning, you're there. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree. Yes, sir. I agree. Yes, sir. Well, first of all, we don't have a police. We don't have a police union. Yeah. Well, this is not. This is television. There is no police union here. There is no. There's an independent working place which will provide the lawyers program. Um, which is private lawyers, occasionally have lawyers individually. There is no British silence. There is no back. No. I mean, well, let me ask you, what's wrong with the union protecting the union? When was the last time you see that? When was the last time? Hang on. When was the last time you saw somebody from the team union come up and say that truck driver should be fired for the students? When was the last time you saw someone from the Alabama Teachers Association go on TV and say that teacher should be fired because she's not teaching math? We never do that. Come on, it's. Well, that young officer who was called a cook, when they called the music and had the investigate, and they walked him out because they wanted to make an example of the law enforcement officers in his office. That's that's not backdoor. That's not covering. That's 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 sending a message. You might want to address that question. Then you address that question with the chief of police because I didn't know. Yeah. Okay. And I saw that. Yeah, and I appreciate it. I saw that. And listen, my problem with that is that at 24 years old, I can understand if you've been at the life of crime. 24 years old, you're pretty much, you're pretty much a ruin. But you can overcome it. You're 24 years old. You can overcome it. And I understand why they do it because but I'm bad about it sometimes. If you got an old school that getting in and out of jail forever, hey, I don't know. It's a little bit distasteful about it. It was pretty hard.
we've got a lot of those. We could ask violence, public corruption. We don't really see them. This is, you got an institution, and if you want to do that,
I think he's like, if I treated him differently, then you guys say, well, he's a policeman, and we'll change it. Yeah. I'm going to the old police chief handle the police department, and I just have my own perspective. But I understand the message he was sending me, but again, at 24 years old, you have, we all mess up. We mess up a little bit here. Now, if you kill somebody, I'm with it. Everything else, I don't know. It's not my job. It's not my like my good friend. Don said, "Well, it ain't my monkey, so it ain't my circus." So I'm gonna leave that alone. We'll be back right after this. I guess speaking of during 860-1420.
Oh, that's on that. No, they're not on that. No, that's right. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, I missed it. I missed it.
Well, I'm not right at if I'm a passenger in a car, I'm not the driver, and I can tell which one I am.
If an officer called the car stop to do it, you have to call your car to make a you can ask for permission or not the car, and you can put it on the original point. What you put this on
But they create their own probable cause by saying, and I search the car, and you say no, then you give them probable cause.
No, they're not doing that particular one. I can't say that before the case.
Well, I guess depending on who you're talking to, depends on your level of articulation. Yeah. I mean,
Well, I have officers every once in a while. Car past me, and the past guy, I smell the strong smell of marijuana. You smell marijuana.
Oh, I do. Yes. The windows will be up. And when a car goes by you, you smell the marijuana. That's a hell of a lot of marijuana.
Yeah, that I could understand.
Okay, is marijuana illegal in Alabama or not? Well, we're selling it. We're selling licenses.
For medical. Well, right now we've got one greenhouse at UAB with a doctor, an agronomist, who grows it. Processes the oil out of it. It uses the oil for certain types of autism and they have to go through a lot of medical things to do it. But the new law and the new way it's going to be taken is going to be multiple grows. We're going to process it. We're going to smell the oil. Not going to lose.
That's the CBD.
That oil. And we're going to take that oil and put it in budget.
can man say that something that was given to us by God, marijuana is an herb? How the hell can man say make it illegal?
Do it all the time.
But why?
Because of the side effects that can produce.
Well, then
I'll give you the best example. People who live in the past, right next door, and legalized it, people in the past, if you don't, their insurance rates went up 200%. But still telling everybody else goes the rates in the surrounding states. If those states are talking down one year, we get their insurance rates up thousands. Because
well, if you want to talk about, I mean, we never take into account the accident on the highway we were in cars. We never, I mean, I guarantee you, there are more accidents on the freeway than there are people listening with marijuana. So we allow that because it's convenient.
Bad jobs and distractions.
Yeah, well,
there's lots of bad but distracted driving, under the we regulate stuff like that. And remember, the law is a group is a set of rules that we as a society agree that we will do or don't do. And for right now, under our representative system of government, it's a destruction.
We really need a representative. Nobody's ever said, nobody ever spoke to representative me ever asked me anything.
Yeah. Because we've gotten so big. One elected official is representing too many people.
Yeah. You fight about it.
Exactly. We did 5 more minutes.
All right, bro. All right, I got 5 more minutes to make it, and then he's got to run. So 860-1440. Let me see who this is. Good morning on there. Morning.
Well, thank you. I'm apparently the punching bag with the it's okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Well, you actually speak the truth.
Yeah.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you for saying that and bringing that to everybody's attention. I think it's really a point that we will reach in this country when we have put so much time thinking around how our country, our politics, schools, our government, to the point where the Bible is never wrong. There's really something really clear in the book of Revelation. Because time will come when wrong becomes right, that becomes brothers, if we are not living in those times, we're not reading.
Or good morning on there.
Not very well. I don't do a lot of immigration. Oh, Well, let me ask you this. You think since 1986 that we have justice, it's that long? Okay. Well, and I agree with you that they're not doing their job. Somebody's not doing their job. Yeah. Yeah, as long as it's really to intimidate the people to the judge, we really need to have yeah, I think you're right. I think that's the flaws in the law. Thank you, Congress.
Appreciate it. Well, Mickey, it's good having you up here this morning.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
If I wasn't on PhD,
yeah,
I'd say I'm real estate.
Yeah, and that's the one guy got fired in the first mayoral election, saying, "Hey, if you want to move, I got a house to talk to." So it's going to be a relation. And fired him from the so you got to have pretty thick skin to get rid of them these days now. Okay. Yeah.
All right, brother. Have a good day, man.
Anyway, folks, it's John, so we'll talk to him another time. Let me see if I can answer a question. No, probably not. Good morning, who's this? Okay, good morning, who's this? Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they'll be here Thursday. Well, what I'll do is that you text me 241-9998. You text me your phone number, and I'll make sure that we give you a call on Thursday. If you can't get in, we'll let you express. All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. I appreciate it. Anyway, you can text me your name and number, and I'll make sure we call 241-9998. That's my text number, or once the computer system. I'll take the other step after I get up to it. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number. You got some stuff. Don't forget tomorrow, there is a runoff election between two candidates for district number 4. Kalia Bale and Sanetta Riley. I didn't know that was a male or woman. I guess it's a woman. I guess I don't know. I've never seen it. Matter of fact, I've never seen Kalia except on TV. Well, she has has been out there, but both of them too scared to come up here. So we just gonna leave him alone. If you can't handle me, then I don't know how you can handle everybody else out there. That can handle Oak Dog. I mean, who else you gonna have? Really, a young kid come up here and answer some pragmatic questions, you know. And Kalia, the only one thing she said that I just absolutely got nothing to do with anything is education. A city council person has nothing to do with education in the county of Montgomery. You can't do jack about it. You can do the same thing I can do about it. I can come down there and raise hell, and that's about it. Okay? And when they hang it before they shoot me the bullet, keep moving. So I'm just saying, we're not putting you in there to be on the education, the board of education. We want you to just handle the issue. Okay? We don't have a city school system. Then maybe if we had a city school system, we could get involved in education. But we don't have one. We have a county school system, and they're not thinking about us most of the time. You're not going to leave that one. Get that off the platform. But the city council has nothing to do with education in the city of Montgomery. Absolutely nothing. And just to give you a reminder of the other districts that already have been won. District 1 will be returning to office, Mr. Ed Grimes. District 2, Julie Beard, after defeating Marcella Johnson, that's Richard Williams. District 3, Marcella Johnson will be back after defeating Bishop June. District 4, of course, that is Audrey Brown, who is the incumbent, will be leaving us because they lied on her. She's a Republican. But we got Kalia Bell, Annetta Riley, who will run off tomorrow. Other people in that race with Oscar Morgan and Terrence Dawson will also go. District 5, Audrey Ruffin. Now that's a guy actually. He's a Marine. And Cornelius Calhoun, who won his seat back. And district number 6, there was no election because Arande Mitchell didn't have a job, and people said, "Hey, we gonna keep what we got." And last but not least, District 7, Janelle Brown, George Children, and then Charles Dillon. Charles, who won that? Who won? Well, who won District 2? District 2. I think the Samansky guy won. So who won District? They didn't put somebody on there, I guess. District 7 was the Samansky guy. Yeah, that's the Samansky guy. See that? That's what I get from going to Montgomery Advertising. Yeah, he won that. And let's see now. Jamel, George, and Charles Dillahay, they all ran, but the Samansky guy won. And nobody in District 2. No, that's District 7. Excuse me. District 2, the guy who was there decided not to run again, which is Brent Lyons. So Julie Beard won that one. She's out working already. We appreciate that. Okay, well, that's about it. District 2, District 3, Marche, okay, District 4, okay. Run off tomorrow. So go vote, though. Okay. No matter who you vote for somebody. Don't just sit at home. Because if you sit at home and you don't vote, then you've got nothing to complain about. No, everybody just going to ignore the hell out. Because you didn't vote. You didn't. And we can look at the list and see who voted. We know who voted. Okay, I want to see. So if you start whining and moaning and groaning and you just sit home, okay. Oh, okay. Here, okay. Wait. Andrew Samansky. And there's another guy named Christopher Turner. Yeah. So Andrew Samansky. Well, I don't know who he is either. He's been kind of scared to come through also. District 8, Glenn Pruitt, Carol Anderson, Johnny Cotton. They put up a valiant fight, but yeah, Glenn is back in charge. He was the incumbent and he won. And District number 9, Charles Jenwright and Darlene Skyer. Listen, they both did a great job running, but I think Charles beat her out by a little bit, but not too much. So yeah, maybe it's changing. Maybe that is a signal that you're changing up the guard. And District 8 is on its way. Oh, you don't know? I think I'm okay. Oh yeah, and plus my county commissioner decided not to run, Rhonda Walker, and so I'm not running that job. Yeah. Okay, I have to run. What you got? When you're giving your vote, if I ran for county commission, that's all I need. Because you know I'm a pragmatic guy. I'm a pragmatist. Okay? So I'm thinking about running. I'll let you know. If somebody writes me a check for like $5,000, I'll run. But then I thought I can win. Can't win without money. I'm good. So anyway, that's about it. So somebody write me a check, give me a campaign contribution for $5,000, and who knows? Maybe I'll run. But County Commissioner Elkins. I like that. I like that. That sounds good. Commissioner Elkins. Okay. Right there. Yeah. Hello? Yes, it is Commissioner Elkins. Yes. Yes. Okay. And you can't. So what's the problem? Dogs running all in the yard and doing poop in the yard. Okay. Okay. Here's what you do. You just have to tase it. Okay. And the next time that guy, that ugly dog, and the ugly guy who walks in your yard, you give them a choice. Either get a pooper scooper or you're going to tase both of them. You should probably tase the dog. Yeah, yeah. So you'll tase the owner. The next time you come in your yard, you drop. But see, I thought about running for the city council strictly to put forth a ordinance where if you don't have a pooper scooper when you go down the street, yeah, we need to fine you at least $50. Okay, $50 the first time, second time $100, and subsequently after that, they're going to charge you $85 when you let your ugly dog poop out of the jar. Okay, I'm going to be the pooper scooper candidate. Okay, that's right. Okay, don't stink. Pick up the poop. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Right. Yeah. Oh, I got one of our voters on the line already. Good morning. Yeah. Hey. That's right. That's right. That's right. Oh, okay. You gonna deal with the other one? Okay. 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 I'll do that. Let me spend the next couple minutes and put that out. If you are a math tutor, Mr. Cunningham has a sixth grader, and if you can text me 241-9998, and I'll give you this number, and so if you're a math tutor or you know about math, just feel free to give me a call because his grandson needs trying to make it do better. I can do that. And you can text me 241-9998, 241-9998. And I'll make sure he gets that number. He'll call you. Good morning, you're it. Yeah, okay, well, I get it. Anyway, that's right. The pooper scooper candidate will be me. My whole goal is to stop people and their ugly dogs from running around pooping in your yard. Okay? And let me guarantee you, I'll get everybody a free taser. Okay? That's what I'll do. I'll give you a free taser. So you can tase one of them, the dog or the dog's owner, one or the other. Good morning on there. I'll give you that. All right then. Well, that's about it. Okay, so the pooper scooper candidate. Okay, scoop and pick up the poop. Okay, that's gonna be my motto, my rallying cry when I run for the county commission. That's right. Just because you live out in the county doesn't mean that people want you to come by with your ugly dog putting poop in their yard. So scoop and pick up the poop. Oh yeah, that is great stuff right there. That is going to be my mantra. When you see the scoop sign, the poop sign, you'll know don't eat. Okay. So, I'm just saying, don't scoop, no, scoop and pick up the poop. Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm doing that. Thanks. So, please. Scoop
and pick up the poop. That's what we need to do. Exactly.